Good morning, everyone, and giving you a live look right now. Look at that, absolutely stunning. We've got the beautiful lush green trees and some blue skies to start off your Saturday. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Anusha Roy. Want to head right over to Corey Reppenhagen because we're going to be in the 90s for a little bit longer today, so people should just keep that in mind as you're getting your weekend started.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the impact. The heat will be a little bit longer lasting today, so maybe in the 90s for 3 or 4 hours as we go through the day. Man, but look at this start here. Those are some perfect puffy clouds right there above the city of Denver right now. This is from 9 News Studios looking towards the north. The temperature's starting to go up now. We're 73 here at 9 News, 74 at DIA. We'll be watching for the impacts today of more monsoon moisture. We'll have the warmer day here on the Front Range and the Eastern Plains, but we'll be watching for some flood potential with heavy rainfall possible again in the mountains and the burn scars. Severe weather we'll be watching for almost the entire state, but I'd say the biggest threat would be in the mountains where they get the little bit extra lift from the slope of the angle of the mountains. Here in the Denver area, we'll get up to about 93 here by 3 o'clock, but then start to cool down as these storms arrive. Between 3 and 6 is the best time or the best chance to catch a shower here in the Denver area. And look at these temperatures here, much warmer than they were yesterday. Same with the mountains, but we're going to stay relatively cloudy with lots more storms in the mountains today.
Thank you so much for that, Corey. Well, right now, South Adams County Fire is responding to a large industrial warehouse fire near 60th and Vasquez. The fire department posted this photo on social media showing that large plume of black smoke that you might also be seeing right now. Crews are working on a defensive operation to get this fire under control. It is active, so you're being asked to avoid the area. We have reached out for more information on this, and we'll let you know when we hear back. New overnight, Denver police are conducting a homicide investigation after a deadly shooting late Friday night. This happened on 8th and Calumet, just south of downtown. That's where they found a man who had been shot. He died at the hospital. Right now, Denver police are working to identify the shooter. If you know anything about this case, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers at the number at the bottom of your screen. 9 News has obtained video capturing the moment Englewood police used a taser on a man as they were seizing his dog. They say because of a severe infection that wasn't being treated. That incident, though, it is now under investigation because the man who was experiencing homelessness appeared to be confused and didn't understand why his animal was being taken. 9 News' reporter Brianna Clark has that video. And Brianna, this happened back in July. We just got a hold of that video, though.
Yeah, that's right. And now we have a copy of it. We're able to look more into it. That copy came from a bystander who recorded the incident. And before we play that video, a warning this morning. It may be hard to watch or even listen to. Here's that recording.
No! Help!
You're gonna get tased.
No, man.
Get your hands
No.
off it.
Back up, dude.
Last time I'm gonna tell you.
No! No!
That's bullshit, man. That's bullshit.
So you can hear some bystanders in the background reacting to what's happening. This video is several minutes long. We're only showing you a portion of it. The man you just saw being tased is David Bain. He is homeless. He was sitting outside the Englewood Civic Center when all of this happened. Once David was on the ground, Englewood police say he continued to resist arrest. He's then tased again. Officers tell us they were there to help animal welfare take David's dog in for medical treatment. They say the dog had a severe infection that David was not caring for. But that video that we have doesn't show police explaining that to David. The department says officers tried to de-escalate the situation for 7 minutes. Incidents like this is something Regan Benson says she's seen time and time again. She's an advocate for the homeless and says this situation should have been handled differently.
Well, first of all, it's horrifying. You've got a homeless individual, well known to the Englewood Police Department, being confronted and surrounded by multiple law enforcement. While David is not a saint, while David is not doing right by that dog, this is unwarranted, period.
In a long statement, police say they warned the dog owner days earlier about the dog needing urgent care. David was arrested for animal neglect and resisting arrest. As for the dog, he was treated at the Humane Society and he is now back with his owner, David. Police say they are gathering more video evidence and are expediting this investigation. As for the officers in that video, they remain on active duty. Reporting live in the newsroom, Brianna Clark, 9 News.
Thank you, Brianna, for that update. We appreciate it. The Littleton Public School is canceling a bunch of Littleton High School football program activities because of allegations of assault involving some players. This is according to a note that Littleton Public School sent to families late in the week. The note says the district was made aware of those allegations through an anonymous tip. The district canceled football practice, last night's team dinner, and today's scrimmage as a result. It has not released any details about the claims and is asking anyone with information to call police or school officials. A Wheat Ridge police officer who was stabbed 12 times says that he feels free now because the man who attacked him will not be. Earlier this month, the jury found 31-year-old Andre Johns guilty of stabbing Officer Alan Fisher in the neck, the chest, and the back. This happened in 2022 as Fisher was responding to reports of a U-Haul that had crashed into a fence. Fisher has lost vision in one eye. He could no longer be on patrol and now works in the records department. And it was last week that he saw the body camera video of his attack for the first time and then found out how close he came to dying.
Having to watch the videos that I had to watch, I think really had a more of a positive effect on me in the long run, because I think I may have been suppressing certain thoughts and stuff from the incident. I don't know, like almost dying. I'd heard that, but I never really felt that. And seeing that, the videos, I think I kind of realized, wow, you know, I'm luckier than I even thought to be here now.
Jones is facing more than 30 years in prison. His sentencing is set for early October. Apprenticeships help people get their foot in the door in new careers while paying them to get the training that they need. And as 9 News reporter Rachel Krause is showing us, apprenticeship programs are growing here in Colorado.
It is a total win-win for everybody.
It can be tough to land your dream job or even get started in your career, especially if you don't have the education or experience employers want.
The beauty of apprenticeship is that it really is sort of the antidote or the opposite of college, in that our apprentices are being paid to learn those mid-level skills and developing the experience that employers want.
Helen Young Hayes is the founder of Activate Work, which helps underrepresented Coloradans get started on IT careers. After learning the basics in a boot camp, some students work as IT apprentices, paid training that gives people the skills they need to not only get hired, but find better paying jobs.
So it really is helping employers who hire apprentices and train apprentices create the workforce that they're looking for. It also helps really turbocharge people with their economic mobility.
People like Geraldine Allen.
When Activate Work reached out to me, I was like, well, let's give it a try, why not? And it really helped.
When Geraldine and her husband moved to Colorado, she was having trouble finding a job despite her cybersecurity degree. Activate Work reached out, first about IT boot camp, then about an apprenticeship.
But when I heard the first time, like, well, I'll give it a try. Like, I really want to succeed in this.
She's not alone. Apprenticeships are growing here in Colorado. Data from the state shows more than 7,000 people are actively working as apprentices in more than 300 registered programs. And Apprenticeship Colorado says they're on track to register 100 more apprentice programs by the end of the month.
This is a tremendous opportunity, in my opinion, to really get Coloradans the credentials and the education and the training that they need to meet those in-demand jobs that are being unfilled.
Now, a few months into her apprenticeship, Geraldine says she's constantly learning new things, new skills. And she's excited to see what's next for her in her new career.
So it's very surprising and it's really amazing what apprenticeship can do.
In Denver, Rachel Krause, 9 News.
Activate Work did receive a $3.8 million grant from the Biden administration to modernize, diversify, and also expand those programs here in Colorado.